All right, let's dive into one of the biggest, oldest, and most profound questions we've ever asked ourselves. It's something that's fueled our imagination for centuries, from sci-fi stories to massive scientific projects. So, let's find out where we really stand on this.
I mean, this is it, isn't it? The big one. You look up at the night sky at all those countless stars, and you have to wonder, is it all just for us? Or is the universe absolutely teeming with life, and we just haven't met the neighbors yet? Let's try to separate the science from the fiction.
So, to even begin to unpack this, we have to start with the hard evidence. What does science officially have to say about the existence of extraterrestrial life? Okay, so the official answer is nope. We have absolutely no confirmed proof. No little green men, no alien spaceship in a hangar, no confirmed hello from the cosmos. But here's the thing, that simple no is incredibly misleading. Because behind that answer, the scientific community is just buzzing with possibility and for some really, really compelling reasons. So, let's get into why so many of the smartest people who have ever lived, people like Stephen Hawking and Carl Sagan, have been so optimistic. And their argument, it doesn't start with a single piece of evidence. It starts with a number. A number so huge it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. 100 billion. And that's considered a conservative guess for how many planets are in our Milky Way galaxy alone. Now remember, there are billions of other galaxies out there. Just think about that. With that many cosmic petri dishes, the sheer number of chances for life to get started is just staggering.
And that right there is the heart of the statistical argument. With a sample size that massive, the idea that our little planet Earth is the only place where the spark of life caught fire, well, it starts to seem incredibly unlikely, right? The universe has had way too many rolls of the dice for it to come up empty every single time.
And this isn't just some fun thought experiment. No, this is an active, real-life scientific search. You've got heavy hitters like NASA and the SETI Institute pointing these incredibly powerful telescopes at the stars, just listening for any kind of signal, looking for the telltale signs of biology. The hunt is definitely on.
Okay. So, if the universe is this enormous, and the odds seem to be in our favor, that leads us to a really big, really awkward problem. A deep, profound, cosmic silence when we should be hearing a party. This brings us to the famous Fermi paradox, named after the physicist Enrico Fermi. It's basically this giant cosmic contradiction. You have this high probability that aliens should exist, but then you have the cold, hard reality that we have absolutely zero evidence that they do. Or, to put it even more bluntly, like Fermi supposedly did, where is everybody? You know? If the galaxy has had billions of years to create intelligent life, way older and more advanced than us, why is it so quiet? No ships, no probes, no messages. It's a genuine, head-scratching mystery. Now, one of the most fascinating and kind of terrifying explanations for this silence is something called the Great Filter. The idea is that for life to become a galaxy-spanning civilization, it has to pass through this brutal obstacle course. And each step is a filter that almost nothing gets through. Maybe it's the jump from simple to complex life, or maybe it's becoming intelligent, or maybe it's surviving your own technology. And the really scary question for us is that great filter behind us, or is it still waiting for us up ahead?
So we've got the mind-boggling numbers on one side and this deep, cosmic silence on the other. But this isn't just some philosophical debate. While we've been wrestling with the theory, the actual search has been digging up real, tangible clues that are adding all sorts of new twists to the story.
Over 5,000. That is how many planets we've now confirmed are orbiting other stars. And you gotta remember, just a few decades ago, that number was 0. We didn't know for sure if any other stars had planets. Now we know the sky is full of them.
And here's the really crucial part. A lot of these exoplanets, found by incredible missions like the Kepler Space Telescope, are in what's called the habitable zone. It's kind of like the Goldilocks zone, not too hot, not too cold, but just right for liquid water to exist on the surface. And here on Earth, wherever we find water, we find life. And the search isn't just happening light years away. We've got some amazing clues right here in our own solar system. We know for a fact that Mars used to be a world of lakes and rivers. And get this, we think that under the icy shells of Jupiter's moon Europa and Saturn's moon Enceladus, there are massive, dark oceans of liquid water. I mean, those are prime candidates for finding at least some microbial life. And then there's this.
Back in 1977, a radio telescope called the Big Ear picked up this incredibly strong, focused signal from deep space. It lasted for 72 seconds. It was so perfect, so exactly what you'd expect an alien signal to look like, that the astronomer who found it just wrote "wow" on the data printout. And then it vanished. It has never, ever been heard from again.
And maybe the most important clue of all is this. The actual building blocks of life, the ingredients themselves, they're not special to Earth. Astronomers have found complex, carbon-based molecules, the stuff you need to build life, just floating around in these giant interstellar clouds. It means the raw materials are everywhere. The universe basically comes pre-stocked.
So, where does all that leave us? Well, we're kind of caught in the middle, aren't we? We're stuck between a universe that seems perfectly designed for life to pop up everywhere and this profound, deafening silence. The final chapter in this story just hasn't been written yet.
I think the great astronomer Carl Sagan put it best. He captured this feeling of potential and cosmic loneliness perfectly. His words are just a beautiful reminder that in all this vastness, all this potential, the idea of us being alone feels like maybe the strangest answer of all.
So in the end, we are living in a truly fascinating moment. We have the tools, we have the knowledge, and we have a trail of clues that all point to a universe that is far more interesting than we ever dreamed. No, we haven't found proof, but the search is on, and the clues are everywhere. The big question isn't if we'll find an answer, but what that answer will be, and how it's going to change everything.